but that's it pretty much. So I cannot really say what we will do, because we just wait where we can pick up the boy from and go from there. But it's all about him, that he makes himself available or not, and I will not force anything.
I know we've spoken a lot about Mo Salah's form, but obviously in the summer a big offer came in for him and it was rejected for footballing reasons.
I gave him a boost.
But how good a decision is that now looking, and could it be a decision that is the difference between a title challenge and ultimately a title challenge, or no title challenge, I should say, an unsuccessful title challenge?
Which part was that?
Right,
wait. So he got an offer, you said.
An offer came in for him.
And then
it was rejected for footballing reasons.
Oh, yeah.
Ultimately it wasn't it?
I don't know anything about an offer or whatever, but it's not important. Mo is here. Mo never came to me and wanted to go. I didn't think a second about it, to be honest. Should be or not or whatever. So yes, he's here. He feels extremely well. You can see that he enjoys the team a lot. Played for the last 105 minutes last game, and then the last game he played as a 9. Showed that as well. Yes, in good shape on the pitch, like goal scoring wise. Everybody can see that. Off the pitch is in even better shape, I would say. He's really positive, and how I said, he enjoys the company with the boys and sees that there's a lot of potential and wants to maximize that by getting something out of it. But the other stuff, we never thought about it, and I hope I don't have to.
Jurgen, what do you think about the prospect of going to Kenilworth Road? It's a bit of a throwback of an English football ground.
I heard about it. I didn't see it yet. That means I'm 8 years here, and it's one of the grounds I've never been before. So I'm looking forward to it. Honestly, I do. But it's I see a smile on your face, and it's great, stuff like this. But in the end, we have to get it in somehow into the dressing room. And I heard it's not massive, and so yeah. But we will get changed, and then it's a football game. So that's all I need: a pitch, an opponent, and us there. And I don't know exactly how many of our fans can go there, but I will for sure take all the available tickets. So I'm really looking forward to it. It's exciting, and I love the story. I don't really know, but I don't think anybody expected Luton to get promoted last year. So they did an exceptional job there. As far as I'm concerned, or as far as I know, it looks like they are pretty relaxed with the situation. They knew it will be tricky, so they want to get everything out of this season, and that means point by point. Surprise here, take the points there, and then try to stay in the league. So, and that's the team we will face. So it will, interesting, but especially it will be difficult because it's their ground, and if you would be in their shoes, then you would probably think, okay, in our home games, whoever comes, we cannot waste any opportunities, so we'll go for it, and that's the opponent I expect.
Obviously, it's their first season in the Premier League. It's the first time Liverpool have gone there for a long time as well. What's the energy that you need to match? Because potentially this is the biggest game that Luton have had so far. I mean, how do you combat that?
It's a football game. We cannot change that. And we have no idea. We cannot. It's important to know before a game what the opponent, as much as you can know it, what he thinks, how they see it, blah blah blah, all these kind of things. But that stops at a specific moment, and then you go for it, and then you play a football game, and that means you have to do the necessary stuff, and we will probably face a low block, and that means we have to deal with that. We will probably face set pieces with quality, and that's where we have to make sure we are ready for that. We have to all these different things. It's Luton, but it's not the first time that we face a team who will play it that way, probably, and that's what we have to deal with, and that's what we will prepare the boys for.
Jurgen, hopefully Luis Diaz's situation with his father will be resolved shortly, but if you look at what you've got at the top end of the pitch this season and the different variations, all the strikers are scoring goals, even the ones, the players when they're left out for a game come back in, they all appear to be to be sort of pushing each other on. How do you manage to sort of generate that atmosphere amongst the group?
That's no problem at all. The boys are all smart. The good thing is we've really only smart players. So, and it means they understand. We can't play all games. It's not that I want to play Sunday, Wednesday, Saturday, Tuesday, Thursday, whenever. That's just not possible. But everybody sees as well, and that's how a smart footballer should think. And our boys do that. If I can't play, then it's better. We have another really, really, really good player who can play the position. So, and that's exactly how I see it. But you see it now. So we cannot force him. We will not the Lewis situation. It's not in our hands, and we are just their partners at the situation with him, and really are waiting together for good news. But in that moment, it's only 4 all of a sudden, but a lot of games still coming. If you see a schedule from, okay, now it's 3 games until the international break, but after international break, it turns completely crazy, the schedule. So in that time, we have to be ready. And if you want to play a successful season and not only having successful spells, you need the boys through all these different phases. And so I really, we had a horrible year together as well. Like we had all to ask all these horrible questions and stuff like this. And now I realize that the questions are much more positive. Everybody's like positive about the team. I'm positive about the team. But it's so early. It's so early, and I'm so happy that we have a really good team together, which I like. But look at the other teams; they are really good as well. A lot of really good teams out there. It's Premier League, and it's not about celebrating the moment and stuff like being relieved that we kind of can play football again, stuff like this. No, it's really about digging into the season. Use the full potential of this group, get everything out of it, and then let's see. But and again, it's a press conference. We have to talk about it. Again, I enjoy much more to talk about positive things, but talking about our front line with all the players, where Ben Doak is actually part of and was not available, then Luton not available, then Cody before not available. So we have to see. We have to get through this, and with not a lot of injuries or none, that would be the best from now on. And then you're right. Then we have really the choice. But if not, then the boys have just to fight through it, and that's as important as the other. So for the moment, it's okay. But we need it like this for pretty much the rest of the season, to be honest.
Thank you.
Well, on a similar sort of theme, I wanted to ask you about Cody Gakpo. He's performed a few roles for you in the team, sometimes out of necessity, but he's got 4 goals this season, and 3 of those have been that first goal in the game. I just wonder how you see his development has gone.
Top. We had since Cody's here. He played a variety of positions. So and now starting the season, he played in midfield, and that's. If you have everybody available, it was never the plan to put Cody there. We just knew he can play there, and he can, obviously. But it was for him, again, something new after the false 9 last year and all these kind of things. All of a sudden, always new positions. But he's a super smart player, so he can adapt to that. But it's just, we want him to adapt, and then you have to perform immediately on top level. And that was in the midfield position. A bit difficult, but with a little bit more time, he can play there perfectly, no doubt about that. So then the injury, which was really unlucky in this horrible game, and now back, and he's just a versatile striker. He can play everywhere up front there, and for us, it's super important. And he arrives in the box. He's a good shooter. He has a good nose for the situation. So that's he's a top player. So. And a really good character as well, so it's very helpful. How I said, the boys up front, they all like each other. That's really like that. There's not this battle between I will I start, so they all like each other, and they know they can all play together, and that's really important, and they enjoy it a lot, and nobody's, they all want to start, but if you don't start, they know they will come on, and have to, in an idle world, kill the game off, and so, yeah, and Cody's a very important part of that.